Have you ever noticed a strange, almost universal psychological quirk? A quirk that nearly every single person struggles with. It shows up in small moments. When you eat alone, when you walk home from work by yourself, when you stay home all weekend with no one around, or wander the streets shopping without any company, nothing bad has happened to you. You're safe, relaxed, free from conflicts with others, yet an unexplainable fluster and hollow emptiness rise up inside you. Thoughts of inferiority and self-blame keep swirling nonstop. You can't help but question yourself. Does no one like me? Am I too quiet and hard to get along with? Is everyone else in pairs, leaving me out? Does living alone mean I'm a failure to be pitied? To run away from this inner panic, you force yourself to act against your heart, even when you're worn out. You go to dinners and parties you hate. Even if you share nothing in common with a group, you try hard to fit in. You copy their opinions just so you won't feel isolated. Even when you long for peace, you scroll social media endlessly, staring at other people's busy, lively daily lives. Worse, many people jump into unsuitable relationships suddenly because they're terrified of being alone and single deep down. They know their partner doesn't match them, isn't sincere. They know every conversation drains their energy and leaves them exhausted. Still, they can't bring themselves to break things off. They hold a harmful subconscious belief. As long as someone stays with me, I won't feel lonely. As long as I'm not single, my life isn't meaningless. Today, I'm going to break this wrong mindset completely. It's the root of endless anxiety, mental exhaustion, and inner friction. Being single is never the same as loneliness. Spending time alone is never a flaw in your personality. Your pain doesn't come from being by yourself. It comes from biased ideas planted in your mind since childhood. You've been misled to think liveliness equals happiness, constant company equals a fulfilling life, and being single equals sadness and incompleteness. In this talk, we'll sort out every layer of this topic. We'll look at human psychology and how our brains work. We'll clear up common misunderstandings about solitude and share practical ways to fix your fear of being alone for good. After listening, you'll let go of all anxiety about being single and solitary. You'll learn to treat yourself gently and live a free, peaceful life. First, let's separate two ideas most people mix up. Being single is your objective life status. Loneliness is your subjective inner feeling. They are totally separate, with no natural link between them. Being single simply means you don't have a romantic partner. You don't need to rearrange your schedule for others. You don't have to adjust your mood to comfort someone else's negativity. You're free from endless fights, grievances, and sacrifices for a relationship. Single life is a period of unmatched freedom and ease. So what exactly is loneliness? Loneliness is inner lack, spiritual emptiness, and disconnection from yourself. It's being physically present, yet having no steady sense of self-worth. It's standing in a crowd, yet feeling completely misunderstood. I've met people with extremely busy social lives. They go to parties non-stop, always have people to hang out with, but every night, they're swallowed by immense confusion and loss. Outwardly outgoing, their inner world is empty and barren. This is being surrounded by people, yet drowning in loneliness. I've also met calm single people. They eat, commute, and live independently every day. Still, their emotions stay steady and their inner world is rich. No anxiety, no panic, no self-doubt. Their full spirit doesn't need outside company to fill the void. Remember this key truth. Noise can't cure loneliness, and other people can't fill spiritual emptiness. A complete life never comes from having someone beside you. It comes from building a full, abundant self. Many people ask, if being single isn't scary, why do I panic when I'm alone? Why do some people gain energy from quiet time while I fall apart? The answer will cut your inner consumption in half right away. Your fear of solitude isn't timidity or lack of independence. It's because your brain has been shaped by instant dopamine hits in modern life. Human brains naturally crave quick pleasure and avoid deep, honest self-reflection. Scrolling short videos, reading gossip, and small talk give your brain cheap, strong instant dopamine. Even if this joy is shallow and fleeting, your brain grows addicted to it. In contrast, solitude is quiet, blank, with no outside stimulation. When all noise fades, your brain has to slow down. Without entertainment or casual chatter, you face your true inner self. All your hidden confusion, anxiety, and self-doubt surface at once. The truth is simple. You're not afraid of quiet itself. You're scared of the lost, worn-out version of yourself you meet in silence. Lots of people spend their whole lives running from solitude. They fill every minute with socializing, dating, and mindless entertainment. Deep down, they're just desperately avoiding facing themselves. Psychology shows a sharp truth. People addicted to outside stimulation can't accept their own inner world. The more you fear being alone, the more lost you are in life. The more you run from silence, the more inner friction you carry. Besides brain chemistry, social bias fuels your fear of being single. From a young age, you're told to be sociable and outgoing. You're taught you must date, marry, and find a lifelong partner. Staying single or enjoying quiet gets labeled abnormal and unfulfilling. This social mindset stays in your head for decades. You slowly accept this false logic as fact. A busy life equals success. A partnered life equals wholeness. Being alone means failure. Being single means no one loves you. But this widespread social idea is a huge lie. Long-term psychological research has an unexpected conclusion. The ability to enjoy and bear solitude is the highest standard of mental maturity. People who like alone time have more stable emotions, clearer judgment, and far more independent, complete personalities. On the other hand, people who can't stand being alone suffer from heavy emotional reliance and inner fragility. Their minds are easily controlled by others' opinions and judgments. Now, I'll share actionable steps to fully get rid of solitude anxiety. These simple methods let you make peace with single life. Step 1. Tell involuntary solitude apart from intentional solitude. This is the core fix for loneliness-driven mental exhaustion. Most of your inner pain comes from involuntary solitude. It's being alone with no other choice. It carries regret, disappointment, and constant self-doubt. You envy other people's company, constantly compare your life to theirs. You stay in a state of waiting for people, excitement, a sense of wholeness. As long as you keep waiting, anxiety and emptiness will never fade. Intentional solitude is completely different. You have the ability to socialize, yet you actively choose quiet. You could join crowds, but you pick peace instead. You're open to love, but put self-improvement first. This kind of solitude isn't compromise or helplessness. It's a sign of self-awareness, self-discipline, and active growth. The second you shift from passive to intentional solitude, most of your anxiety will melt away instantly. You're no longer abandoned. You're choosing time to grow. You no longer need others' approval to prove your value. Step 2. Give positive meaning to every moment you spend alone. People fear solitude because they think time by themselves is wasted. They wrongly believe only social time makes life valuable. The opposite is true. All deep growth, thoughtful reflection, and life-changing progress happen in solitude. Most casual social events are shallow and draining. You pretend to agree with others, exchange empty polite words, and cater to crowds. These noisy moments slowly use up your emotional energy. But when you're alone, you can be fully yourself. No pretending, no compromise, no forcing yourself to fit others. You can read, exercise, reflect, learn new skills, and focus on your career. You can cook good food, rest fully, and calm your unstable emotions. These quiet, accumulated moments create huge gaps between different people's lives. While others waste time on meaningless socializing, you invest in yourself. While others drain themselves in bad relationships, you upgrade your life. Your single years are not empty wasted time. They're your prime period for growth. Once you see solitude as self-investment, you'll wholeheartedly welcome it. 3. Break the addiction to constant company. One of the worst modern psychological flaws is extreme emotional dependency. You feel you need someone to eat, travel, and spend holidays with. You panic the second there's no one beside you. Psychological experiments prove outside reliance never brings steady happiness. Your mood and self-worth are fully controlled by how others treat you. You feel happy when people are warm, fall apart when they pull away. You blame yourself once someone leaves your life. A life that depends on others' company is fragile and passive. Truly strong people master emotional self-sufficiency. They can create joy and comfort without relying on anyone else. They can enjoy meals, build a life, and soothe sadness all by themselves. They can reach goals without anyone's support or company. When you no longer need others to confirm your existence, you gain unshakable confidence and inner stability. Most emotional breakdowns come from over-relying on outside company. People mix desperate clinging up with deep love. But mature love only exists between two independent people. Fear of loneliness is the only root of rushed, anxious relationships. Since childhood, we've relied on others for comfort and praise. We look to parents for safety, teachers for recognition. As adults, we turn to friends and lovers to escape emptiness. We never learn to comfort, affirm, and support ourselves independently. So when outside company disappears, our inner world collapses. We falsely believe no company equals abandonment and failure. All these negative thoughts are learned traps, not universal truth. True emotional maturity means building spiritual abundance. It doesn't mean cutting off all human connection. It means never tying all your feelings and satisfaction to other people. You can cherish warm company when it comes, and grow steady and complete when you're on your own. Lots of people rush into relationships and crowds just to escape singlehood. They envy others' busy lives and hate their own quiet days. But the outcome is always harsh. Relationships born from loneliness bring deeper isolation. Meaningless social circles drain your spirit and waste your time. Many people run away from being single, yet lose themselves entirely. They blend into crowds, yet grow spiritually empty day by day. They tire themselves out in empty socializing and mismatched relationships, lose their own life rhythm, and end up anxious and worn thin. In contrast, people who embrace solitude walk a better path. They don't blindly follow society's standard life timeline. They don't compare anxiously or settle for low-quality company. They know real confidence grows from a rich inner self. Solitude gives you a chance to talk honestly with your heart. In crowds, you wear masks and adjust to others' moods. You hide your real thoughts to avoid conflict and awkwardness. Only in quiet solitude can you drop all pretense. You can clearly see your desires, confusion, weaknesses, and passions. Living alone means no need to flatter others or fear upsetting them. No need to change your schedule and hobbies for anyone else. No need to give up authenticity to keep shallow connections. You can live fully by your own rhythm. Ride, think, exercise, build skills, and lay solid foundations for your life. Every quiet minute is silent self-improvement. Your temperament, mindset, judgment, and abilities all grow in solitude. A common misunderstanding links solitude to poor social skills, but people who enjoy quiet time have more stable values and broader vision. They're not unable to socialize. They simply refuse meaningless socializing. They turn down empty bustle and draining relationships. They understand life's progress comes from self-reflection and growth, not how many acquaintances or social circles you have. Blindly following crowds drains your spirit. High-quality solitude builds a complete, authentic life. In this restless, anxious age, the ability to stand quiet is rare wisdom. Most people drift with the tide, chasing noise and rushed relationships. They end up exhausted, unfulfilled, with no real personal growth. But those who make peace with solitude stay calm and steady. They gather strength in quiet and slowly build their ideal lives. They understand life doesn't need an audience or constant companionship. A grounded, abundant, genuine life is the purest form of fulfillment. Ask yourself one important question: is your solitude involuntary emptiness or intentional stillness? Are you alone because you have no other options, or because you choose growth and inner peace? Countless people spend their lives running from silence and singlehood. They trap themselves in endless inner friction and self-doubt. But once you shift your mindset, you step into a brand new life state. You'll no longer fear being alone or feel anxious about being single. You'll stop envying others' busy lives and criticizing your own quiet days. If you want to heal solitude anxiety and accept your true self, type the word healing in the comment section. Start your new journey of self-growth and inner peace. Here's an honest truth for everyone. Many people settle for low-quality relationships just to escape loneliness. They force themselves into mismatched social groups to avoid feeling different. They compromise their opinions to fit in with the crowd, yet all these compromises only bring deeper exhaustion and unhappiness. Mismatched relationships wear out your sincerity and kindness. Wrong social groups waste your time and mess up your life rhythm. Lots of people escape superficial solitude, yet fall into worse inner chaos. Always hold on to this life rule. Choose high-quality solitude over low-quality conformity. Being single is never a punishment or misfortune. Blind compromise and mindless catering to others are life's biggest waste. The whole world pushes you to hurry, chasing standardized success. But no one tells you slowing down is okay, quietness is okay, being single is okay. Life is not a competition over busyness and companionship. It's a lifelong journey of completing and growing yourself. Other people's partnered, busy lives follow their own timeline. Your quiet, solitary days are your journey of spiritual cultivation. No need to rush, compare, or blame yourself for being different. Grasp this ultimate truth of life. The only person who stays with you your whole life is yourself. Outside companionship is just an optional bonus. Being single is the most ordinary, common life state. Other people's company is temporary. Noise fades fast. Only you stay with you from birth to the end. Your fear of solitude comes from never fully accepting yourself. You run away from your emotions, avoid confusion, and resist ordinariness. But real growth starts the moment you fully embrace solitude. When you stop fearing single life and welcome quiet self-reflection, your emotions stabilize, your mindset softens, and your life runs smoother. Solitude calms your restlessness. Singlehood shapes a stronger, more complete version of you. Finally, a sincere message for every single person: don't belittle yourself over temporary loneliness. Don't anxiously compare yourself to others' lively lives. Don't force yourself to fit society's rigid standards of success. You have every right to embrace quietness, solitude, and singlehood. You can move forward at your own unrushed pace. You don't need other people's company to prove your worth. You are whole, precious, and worthy of love all on your own. Solitude is not loneliness. It's self-healing for adults. Being single is not a flaw. It's your most valuable time for self-growth. May you let go of all fear of solitude and single anxiety. Gather strength in quiet. Grow steady through self-reflection. Live with clarity, tenderness, freedom, and wholeness. If this talk brings you comfort and clarity, like and save it for days when you feel confused later. Leave the comment, "I make peace with solitude," to mark your choice of an independent, genuine life.